The Jeep Wrangler is one of the most capable off-roaders on the planet, which makes it a great way for you to get off the pavement and onto your nearest trail without needing to do any special mods. And to prove it, we're taking a used factory stock Wrangler straight off the lot and onto the off-road trails inside the Uwharrie National Forest, and with a driver who's never driven off-road before. It's Jeep versus the Wolf Den, next on 0 to 60 TV by LeithCars.com.
Our Jeep Wrangler journey has taken Kim and I to the Uwharrie National Forest. The forest is about an hour and 45-minute drive from Auto Park Chrysler Jeep and Carry, and is a haven for 4x4 enthusiasts on designated trails maintained by the U.S. Forest Service. The Eldorado Outpost serves as your go-to destination before and after any 4x4 excursion into the Uwharrie.
This will be her first time. I've driven it twice.
Not only will you find gas, food, and supplies at the outpost, this is where you'll buy your off-highway vehicle or OHV day pass for just $5 and pick up a trail map.
Color right here will be what you will need to pay attention to.
With our OHV sticker in place, it's just a short drive down Highway 109 to the entrance of the forest.
All right, Kim, so before we hit the trailhead, we got to let some air out of these tires.
Okay.
What that does, when, especially for the Wolf Den Trail or any of these trails at Uwharrie, you've got a lot of boulders and little rocks and stuff, and if your tires are fully inflated, whereas that's great on the road, it's not good on off-road because it might cause a blowout. And I'm going to have you jump in and check the levels in the Jeep, but if it's an older Jeep, then, you know, make sure you have your tire pressure gauge.
That's 20 more.
As we had explained to us, the lower the numbers, the better.
Yes.
We're also looking for these orange, I guess they're diamonds, on the trail. But I have done this part before down to the service road and just gotten back out. But if we feel confident enough, we might do the 79 and see where it takes us.
Sweet.
What do you say?
That sounds fun. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
Trail number 89 is named the Wolf Den and is designated as an easy route.
You can certainly head out here with you and a friend in your own vehicle, but it's best to have someone that can get out and spot for you. And of course, you know, it's even more fun if you bring another friend that's got their own vehicle.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll be driving over some small earth berms, a shallow stream or two, and some small rocks and boulders.
Yeah, we're coming up on I think it is, a little bit more bouldery section.
Yeah. A little more bumpy.
Yeah. When you actually have to drive around some obstacles. All right, so hill descents. And I haven't done this in a while.
It says pitching.
So it's in drive. Like if you took your foot off the brake, it should be moving on its own. Is it giving you a speed like 1?
It says 0.6.
Okay, so it's working. So you can take your foot off the, you won't need gas, just let the Jeep do it, and then you steer, driver's side, turn.
Ooh. Really?
More driver, more driver.
The Wolf Den is a perfect trail for beginners, but for the more challenging parts, be sure to bring a spotter.
More driver.
There's a rock over here that's just wise. It's gonna hit the...
All right.
Your tire's gonna drop. There you go. Keep going.
Okay. Turn to the left. Slow. Is it pulling by itself?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was something. Woo! Man.
Yes, it was. That was exciting.
Yeah, you bet it was. A little different when you're making payments on it and when you're not. To me, this is enough adventure.
Oh, absolutely.
The ones that some other folks I know from Leith that have taken their Jeeps on are the full-on.
Right.
Man.
I could see if you were with somebody, you know, really experienced and.
And even with this factory setup, straight off the lot Jeep, I mean, we would not be able to take those trails, or at least I wouldn't recommend it. You do need to have at least a 2-inch lift and maybe some bigger tires.
But even with a factory Jeep, this is an excellent, fun adventure.
Yeah. And what did it cost us? You know, gas
$5.
getting out here and $5 for the pass. To have, you know, this much fun.
Right. And the good thing is you really can take your time with it. We're not rushed by anybody.
Yep.
There's places to pull over if needed.
And even if somebody else was coming up behind us and they were like, hey, I want to get on, you just pull over and they can get by. Now, if you have a Rubicon where you can disconnect the sway bar, you have even more articulation with the wheel coming down and staying in contact with the ground than you do, you know, without it, like in this Jeep. Yeah, when I completed the Wolf Den for the first time, I felt like, all right, that's enough. We did it. Let's get out. And yes, when you're driving off-road, wear your seatbelt.
You're right. And I'm probably taking it slower, but I'm just trying to make
No,
sure.
you're doing
that
great. This is what I'd be doing. You don't take this fast. I mean, yeah, if you had gigantic knobby tires
Yes.
and however much higher lift, yeah, sure, a little faster for that reason. You know, with the tire up on the boulder and the trail, you know, the way the Jeep is made and the solid axles, you know, you've got one side that's dropped down, so it's always in contact, unless you're really out of kilter. But the Rubicon actually has the sway bar disconnect, so the tire will drop down even further for just a little bit more stability.
Yeah, this is great.
Leaving the Wolf Den Trail, we crossed the service road to find the Lakeview Trail.
All right, this is uncharted for me. Although it's still orange and the number is 69.
Oh. That was quite the drive.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't expecting that one.
Now, this trail is also marked as easy, but it also has some large rock outcroppings you can take on if you and your rig are up for the challenge.
Oops.
So this is a great example of the sign that we saw before we headed on to the
Yes.
Wolf Den Trail. Kim, you know, you don't want to outdrive your abilities or your vehicle's abilities. And look at what's around us on this hill. And the thing about it, I mean, yeah, we've gone over some boulders similar, but they're just a little more condensed up here. And this gravel, I've already fallen before we started rolling and got covered in sandy dust because it is slick.
It is.
It's just too slippery.
Whoa! Ah!
Careful, Mark.
Yeah, I'm good. That was surprising.
Yeah.
Holy cow. So you
Yes.
want to back down and then we'll turn the Wrangler around and head back out to the service road.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Cool, all right. Well, Kim, How was it?
Oh my gosh, it was awesome. I had the best time, Mark.
I thought you did great.
Thank you.
But also it helped a ton that we had, he's behind the camera, but Hector
Yes.
has done a lot more off-roading than either one of us. But, you know, now comes the time that we're back at Eldorado Outpost. You got to air the tires back up.
Okay.
And you find, you know, the situation different wherever you go. Now here, the air is free, which is great. I've done some beach driving, Carolina Beach and so forth, and Cape Lookout. When you leave those beach areas, you usually have to find a gas station that has an air compressor, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and you're always paying for it. So just my recommendation, you don't have to do this, but I researched and found a good air compressor portable online. You plug it in and you know, you get your power from that. And invest in a tow strap. This is you know, pretty moderate, basic. It's 3" by 30 feet. Got your nice loop on there, and of course the Jeeps have the tow hooks on the front bumper and then the one in the rear. Just in case either you need to get pulled out of a situation, or maybe you need to help someone get pulled out of a situation. So we brought our tow strap and our portable air for today. So, pretty good lesson.
Absolutely.
Was I a good instructor?
You were the best. The best.
And you were the best driver. Thank you. Thanks to Eldorado Outpost for helping us out on our little journey today. And thank you for watching 0 to 60 TV by LeithCars.com.